Are you ready? Are you ready? For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Phenomenal.
You can get it on a plank or doing business with a bank. You can get it selling a cow. Matter of fact, I've got it now. A hard-earned thirst needs a big cold beer. And the best cold beer is Vic. Victoria Bitter.
It's so hard to have a gay time on your own. It could be that great chalk and biscuit coating.
It's so hard to have a gay time on your own.
It could be that smooth toffee ice cream in the center. Or that whole delicious golden gay time taste.
Hard to have a gay time on your own.
Streets Golden.
Professor, would you say it's time for our viewers to crack each other's heads open and feast on the goo inside?
Yes, I would, Kent.
Always helps when I include myself in my own stream. I forgot that part. How the bloody hell are you going? I hope you are doing well. I hope you're feeling good. I hope you are ready. As I am ready. As my body is ready. As you all should be ready. Because we are here tonight to help the great John from Beyond and his artist, Rod Looper, launch this fantastic new book, Black Tiger Hidden Dragon Volume 2. We'll be doing that in just a few short minutes. But we must first dive in and do what we always do, which is shout out the one who was first among us tonight, which was David G. Looking to get back into the competition here, up to 38. Jeremy Burt's is already in his 50s, David. You better get a hustle on here. Mo Biggs can't make it tonight. It's Weeb Thursday tonight. But he's here in spirit. He says good luck with the launch. Hal Mo Biggs. We've got Felix Huss, the link master, already dropping the links for everyone. Thank you so much, Felix. He's doing it over on Rumble as well. Hal the Rumble gang. I see him over there. getting to work. Thank you so much, Felix. Couldn't do this without you. Jeremy Burt's here. Here he is. Bretsky the Great's in the house. Atherline. There's the man. Now, I better make sure I've got a Twitter here so I can send him the link when it is appropriate, which we're getting very close to. He says, hey, whenever you're ready, shoot that link. It's coming, Jeremy. I just got to say hello to the people first. We've got 35 beautiful people here in the chat already on YouTube. We got 5 over on Rumble. Please do share the stream out. You know we like to give these launches as big as a boost as we possibly can. And this is a great book and it deserves it. So please do share it out on Twitter or wherever it is you share it. Shout it from the rooftops. Rick Saylor would do that for me. I know he would. Thank you so much for being here, Rick. Who else we got in the house? I see Snuggy. I see Haldeer. I see Hyper Wizard says, "Let's go." We will be raiding over on Phil Diaz's tonight for the creative block after the show. So stick around for that. Creators Outlet is here. Speed Killer, J Ryan, Anonymity, Jav Styler, if he gets. Roma Art, Camel Moon. I was watching that. What were you watching? Something interesting. All right, let me send. I'm gonna send here John the link. John, if you want to pass that on to Rod. If I don't actually know if Rod is coming on. I think he is. I hope he is. That would be awesome. And anyone else you want to pop in? We got Crystal McGee in the house who downed a McDonald's burger last night over on Ethan's, showing Shane Davis up. We all saw it. Oh, there's Rod. All right, I guess he's gonna. I'm gonna send my link directly to Rod then. Get Rod in here, not Red. Rod. How do you spell Rod? I've forgotten. There it is. Mr. Rod Looper has the link. Excelente. All right, I think we're good. You know what I'm going to do? Enough of me waffling. Check this out.
Tiger.
inanimate carbon rod!
Yeah.
Oh, they were just about to show some close-ups of the rod.
There he is, the Rod himself, and John. How you going, fellas?
Hey,
Are we ready?
It's never complete if you don't have the rod.
Never.
It's right. That's right, isn't it? And we actually got a super chat here from Sir Nolan of Lockhart for $20. Holy cow. He says, hey, Bancroft, what do you call Ella Forsyth when she identifies as an invisible man? This sounds like a setup to a joke.
Yeah, it does.
So,
yeah, it seems.
I'm going to say I don't know. What do you call
I got
Ella
nothing.
Forsyth when she identifies as an invisible man, Sir Nolan? Thank you for the super chat, by the way. You deserve something good. Let's give you one of these
Thank you.
here.
Gotta give another.
You little ripper!
Thank you.
Sensational.
Thank you. How you fellas going?
Oh
Feeling
man,
good?
doing well, brother.
Feeling
Man,
good.
appreciate you having us on, man.
Appreciate
Oh,
it.
my pleasure. I love this. This is the best. We've got 44 people here over on YouTube. We have
Nice.
5. That's 50 all up. I would love to get a few more, please. As
That's
I said, share it out.
Sharing.
Like the stream. That helps as well. And let me
Sharing is
put the
caring.
link to this
Mhm.
in the chat. That'll update. Let me put. All right, I'll write this: a Black Tiger, Hidden Dragon. As such, I will pin that to the chat of YouTube. There we go.
So Michael,
excellent.
Do you and the fam have any desire to return to the States after your trip?
Well, yes, absolutely. I mean, I would love to take the family. Do you know how expensive it would be to take the family?
Yeah.
It already
man.
cost me thousands and thousands of dollars. Even though I made some pretty good scratch at the convention, it still was not profitable just because of the friggin' plane ticket to get out there. But yes, I will be back because it's a tax write-off. Whether or not I'll be able to take the family, I don't know, but that would be amazing. Yes, I loved it. I love the States.
Sweet.
I will return. Oh, and we got the answer here. So the question was, what? Hang on, where is it? What do you call Ella Forsyth when she identifies as an invisible man?
Okay.
And the answer is translucent.
Got it.
All right.
Absolutely.
Got it.
All right.
Got it.
All right.
Okay, you legend. Thank you so much, Nolan Lockhart, for $20. You and for that joke. You
Absolute mad lad.
Well done, Sir Nolan. Well
So,
done.
I like it. Why are you booing him, Snarkcom? Why are you booing him? It was a fantastic joke. People are throwing tomatoes.
Oh, there's much worse jokes than that to be had.
for sure.
Dad joke of the night. Black Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Yes, sir.
It's here.
There he goes.
We're about to go live with this thing. I hope everyone is signed up. If you were, you'll be eligible for free stuff when backing. What free stuff are they going to be getting, John?
Looking at between a standee, stickers, and patches. So we're still trying to figure out exactly what we want to provide. I mean, the most recent art that Rini provided for the campaign, it would look so good in so many different forms. So
I used that for the thumbnail. The Rini art definitely brings the boys to the yard. That is damn sure.
Yes.
Speaker says trading cards. Dojo Kun loves the sound of a standee. Well, look, we have 40 people in the house. If you're ready,
hey, I'm here. I'm ready to hit the button.
And the chat's ready.
Let's go.
I mean, we've already played the trailer. There's no time to waste. You guys know how this goes. If you do back it, please do put your backing number, in the chat there, so that we can shout you out and give you a fist bump. John, Rod, are you guys ready?
Yes. Let's go, my
All
friend.
right, you guys know the deal. Turn it up. Video is about to play.
Get on.
Here we go. We're about to launch a Black Tiger Hidden Dragon Volume 2. Let's do it.
Let's go.
Turn it up! Turn it up!
Here we go.
It is upon us. It is live. Look at it.
Live. Let us rock.
Gaze upon it in all its glory. How many Black Tiger books are we in now? So this says Volume 2, but you've done more than that before.
That's right.
This one, haven't you?
This is Volume 2 of the second story arc. So the first story arc has its own volume. and that was Legacy of Fury. And then this being basically the second story arc of Hidden Dragon. It's the equivalent of having 12 issues of comics. Because Legacy
Rod,
of
you've
Fury,
been busy.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
busy man.
I got it.
Years
Hey,
after year.
you got to keep the rod working.
You do, yeah. You
There
got to
you
keep
go.
him focused. It's
Yeah.
David G. First in the chat tonight was backer number 2.
Oh wow.
Who could it possibly be? Alex.
Alex.
Did you back this? Were you back? Alex is our resident number 1 backer. I don't know how he does it, but I don't know. He hasn't said it yet. So, Hal David G at backer number 2. Fantastic to hear.
Yeah, I
Shuma
tried
says,
to
wow.
hop on. I think it was the Kill Journal, and I was trying to be like number 1 and ended up being like number 6. I've got no skills.
Yeah, that's it. And these people out there, they take it very seriously. They want, they want that cred.
Yeah.
Alex speaking. Oh, he did it. It was he got in the I didn't see it. He got the member chat, even though it's highlighted green and it was right above David G's. I didn't see it for some reason. I'm playing Pathfinder with my nerd friends. I still got number 1 again later all.
He's just
How
badass.
come?
Oh my god, Alex.
Oh my
bragging
goodness.
Chat.
He is a beast.
The guy is a master.
He is a beast.
Humble bragging. Oh my god, he did.
I mean,
yeah,
I
I don't know why. I'm just
trying,
blind.
guys. He's like, I wasn't even
Blind to
trying,
green.
guys. Oh my
Chris
God.
Stanley says, "Hal chat, he will be backing this. Please do." All right. Well, we got some things on the scoreboard here. It is a very achievable goal here. Of just it looks like $500. We're already 100 in.
Thank you, everybody.
So from
Thank
2
you very
backers.
much.
How does he do it?
The needle is moving.
How? Oh, it's a thing that I do. Yeah. So, nearly 355 pages of epic story.
Yeah.
Already out there. And how much is this new stuff that you're
This
doing
new
now?
stuff is 88 pages.
Unbelievable.
So if you're already on board with Black Tiger, you're going to get a new 88 pages. And this is a fast moving, furious mixed martial arts
Action.
just epic. So we've laid more than enough groundwork, I think, through Legacy of Fury and Hidden Dragon and the first volume, and we hit the ground running on this one. So you guys are gonna have a blast.
I said this story so many times, but when I was looking for someone who could do action, people in a kind of more realistic style with cool backgrounds and knows how to layer that stuff out, it was like, Rod, you just have all of it in one tidy package. So, and this is where I first saw your action bona fides. And here we have it on full display. Snark is back in number 3. He had to get the Rini cover. I'm sure you did, Snark.
Yes, indeed.
I'm sure
And
it is a great cover.
You're in for a pleasant surprise with the Rini cover. I know right now we only have it in black and white, but one of Rod's boys, Artisita, is actually going to provide digital paints on this, and it's going to be fabulous.
Nice.
Yeah.
He's
Fantastic.
A really talent.
And no nips, says Sumo Thor. Yeah, let me just confirm that. Yes, very smooth breasticles there. Very important. Good to see. Family friendly fare. As they fight to the death.
I guess it depends on your definition of family friendly.
It depends how old your family is, really. I mean, there's all kinds of different families out there.
Exactly.
Look at this butt kick in action. I've noticed, Rod, you love to draw the ladies with full flexibility.
Yes.
Like legs spread.
Legs.
And sometimes I give Rod an instruction for a thing and so she's like kind of jumping or whatever, and Rod's just like, and I'm like, yes, I didn't ask for it, but that's what I wanted. He knows
what I wanted.
Before I even know.
When you wrote that, you know what you were thinking, Michael. And Rod's
it's true. It's true. He's gonna give me something here.
Yes.
I always fulfill. I believe.
Exactly. Yeah. He fulfills all my needs. We got Rich from Iron Age Media in the house. He says, "Hail, this looks awesome." Yeah, not only is the book that we're checking out really awesome, but like we said here, there's 330 pages of 350 pages of story involved thus far.
Right.
So there's a lot you can jump into here, and we will get into all of that as we browse the. I'm just looking at the campaign with you guys. Actually, did get a little sneak peek, so I'm looking at it again. But let's look at it together as if it were the first time. Hicks Villain back in number 4. Hail!
Nice.
Thanks so
Villain.
much, Hicks
Let's go.
Villain. Alex is quick, isn't he? I don't know how he does it. He senses the cadence in my voice.
Oh,
that he
David,
knows
you took
that's
number
when to
1 on
start
Battle
backing.
Break. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's
So he's up there.
That's pretty crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Matthew says the Greg Horn covers look dope. Yeah, is that these ones up here? These are the more painted ones.
You'll see the Greg Horn covers towards the bottom. So
Okay,
that's one of them.
scroll down.
So that one up there was one of them up top. Sorry, on the left. So Greg Horn did a series of covers for Legacy of Fury, which is the 172-page story. So if you pick up that book, you're actually going to get 6 different Greg Horn splash pages. Because when we produced this originally, we produced it as floppies. So that was like 6 floppies that made that story arc, and Greg Horn did a cover for each one of them. So you'll get a lot of awesome Greg Horn art with Legacy of Fury. And then of course
Nipples feed babies. Nips are family friendly.
Okay,
Well,
there's a
We'll
fact.
see. Yeah,
There it goes. That's a vision.
we can argue about the science, all day. But this isn't about that right now. The streets of Los Santos ablaze with criminal activity. So
right.
who is Black? Who is the Black Tiger's the chick? Yeah.
That's right. That's right. So Black Tiger, historically, Black Tiger is a form of Kung Fu. So Black Tiger is actually a martial arts style. And what we did was we kind of used that historical foundation, and we built basically a superhero that is, or a power that has transcended time, that has been handed down to different heroes. So here we are in the present, and our protagonist, Jin Fong, she is now the wielder of the Black Tiger power. And though the power historically has not been handed down through a bloodline, she's actually 3rd generation in her family to have the power. And there's a whole story behind that. If you get into Legacy of Fury, you get to see kind of some of the issues of the power staying in one family. She's trying to bring some balance back to both the name of the Black Tiger and also to her family name, which got tarnished by her brother, who was the wielder before her.
Are you a martial artist, John?
I am. So I've done different forms of Kung Fu, primarily Kung Fu. So I've done different forms of Kung Fu. And then just I enjoy different forms of martial arts, even though I haven't practiced other forms of martial arts. So you'll find in this book there's a series of characters called the 5 Fingers of Death, and they're all basically masters of a different style. One's a Filipino stick fighter, the Screamador. There's a pugilist who's a boxer. You have a shinobi. You have a Chinese martial artist, which is kind of like 36 chambers of death type of a character. And then you have an African wrestler, Agumadu. So I love the different styles of fighting, and Rod is awesome. So we do our best to try and integrate those into the story. We really try to make the fight scenes, you can kind of flow from panel to panel, trying to show a little bit of the different styles, that the characters use. I find that fun.
Oh yeah, and being accurate and stuff. I know a lot of people are really into making sure that the styles, the techniques are all very accurate, which is fun when it's done right. People appreciate that stuff. Ironage asks you, have you ever killed anyone with a single punch? I think that's a question for both of you. Either of you guys?
I've not one punch man to anybody, no.
No. You haven't? No.
No.
No, not
Ripped
yet.
anyone's heart out? Not
Yeah.
yet.
Or you
It
just
could
do
come
that.
to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Yeah.
Blending all those different.
And
So you would definitely say this is a very action-heavy comic.
This is a very, especially this issue. I'd say that the first series, Legacy of Fury, definitely a lot of action, but it's much more of it was more of a crime, like a gangland crime drama. That's what that story was. And this story is much more, you almost have like a Hong Kong, like a newer Hong Kong movie type feel to it. So we wanted to, even though we're working with the same property, we wanted kind of to give almost homage to different parts of the genres, as we wrote the book. So I mean, we have stories that are very kind of maybe old school, kind of Hong Kong centric. This one has some elements of that because there's some flashbacks to the past, and you start to learn some more about the power. So you get some connectivity, and it takes you to places you wouldn't expect. So you end up going to a ziggurat that's actually found.
Ooh, now you're speaking my language. We're getting to the ziggurats.
Yeah, ziggurat in the Amazon. So you get a touch of a whole bunch of different things.
Yeah, I noticed actually at the top there you wrote that Mexican place. What is that called?
Oh yeah, so I talked about
Quetzalcoatl.
Yeah, so
how you pronounce that?
So Quetzalcoatl is basically another form of dragon deity that was Mayan. So we start to kind of go across different forms of mythos, and you start to learn more about the Black Tiger power, how it's hindered, but in ways that you may think it's hindered, it's not. So just starting to broaden the understanding of what that power really is. And then also we have a flashback to feudal Japan.
Yeah, it's big. This part is very big.
Yeah, and of course
I'm loving these colors with your art, Rod. Who's your colorist on this?
So the colorist is Vinicius Townsend. He's available, and he's a guy that he gets some good work. But I would really love to see CG give him some more work.
Very complimentary to your style.
Yeah. The lights that he puts on the face is very, very nice.
Yeah, I was just noticing that. Like, this is sophisticated. This lighting on the face there.
Yeah,
that's very sophisticated.
It's hard to do so softly and so beautiful. The balance between the colors is very, very nice to read. Don't interfere in the art. Complementary.
That's right. Compliments.
I might just have to bite your entire art team for my book, bro.
Hey, they're good.
They are good.
These guys. I mean, I think we've been able to put a good. And you know how it is. You have artists and really good artists, and sometimes comics being really kind of an additive art. Sometimes their styles don't mesh together, but the magic of comics is, of course, you've got your scripting and your story, you got your pencils, and if you're doing it well, even if you're doing it all yourself, you're adding, so the whole is bigger than just the parts, so it's like when I script, because I don't have artistic skills like you guys, I don't script the Marvel way. I fully script things out. I break out what I'm thinking in panels, so kind of like a director would, and then Rod really comes in like a cinematographer and just says like, hey, I see where you're trying to go, or help me understand where you're trying to go, or no, John, this is insane, or I've got a better way of doing this, and it always ends up better than I could have even imagined.
Sumo, did I not read out your backer number? I thought I did. Oh my god, I apologize, Sumo. Sumo Thori, who I always see and always shine a light on, back at number 7, Hail.
Sumo Thori.
I was just so engrossed by the art. I apologize. You were going to say something there, Rod?
Yeah, but I always prefer to work with writers that give some small direction, even if the script is very clear, panel by panel, but give me the freedom to work with the camera. That's why I prefer to work with the layouts first. So we set up all in layouts. So when I sit down on the draw table to draw, I'm focused to let the drawing beautiful. And John has this confidence on me since the start, since the first issue. He trusts on me, and then this keep developing until this issue that I think for me is the best one of Black Tiger, because man, you can go from past Japan, samurais, Amazon, pirates, everything in this book, man. And so this book remind me like the old Indiana Jones movies, that we have a lot of fun, you know what I mean, from start to the end. It's not a movie that you watch and say, I saw it, cool, you know what I mean. Every single panel we trying to pass adventure for the readers, you know what I mean. Like in this sequence, I said to him, John, I really want to draw some old temple, like Indian temple, or something that the guys need to investigate in, something inside, give me some surprise. And they, let me try to fit this in the story. And he write down 5 or 6 pages that connects to the story. And then he give me freedom to be crazy and thinking every single panel. And man, I love this kind of thing, this kind of freedom that I have with John, and now with you working in the Delucent book.
Yeah, it's one of the things that I was just like, I already knew I picked the right man in you, Rod. But then I remember once you sent me this email, you're like, hey, we should really be pushing it and doing like crazy stuff and all that. Like, we could do this and that. And I'm like, yeah, like, here's someone who actually really wants to make an awesome book, not just like another job. Okay, get the pages done. Next, let's get on to the next thing. So I was like, that's why I was like, all right, I've picked the wrong guy. And I'm hearing and seeing, John, that it's been the exact same experience.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you know, a couple of these journeys, including the journey to ancient or to feudal Japan, you know, Rod was like, you know, I'd love to draw mutants and samurais. And I was like, well, I know exactly how to, you know, I was at a later date, I was going to start to kind of expound on some of the history of Black Tiger. And I said, you know what, of the power, I'm like, this is actually a perfect place to do it. So, you know, but we did it with a little bit more flair. So you have like, you know, Goblin Samurai, and just, you know, at the end of the day, you know, treating comics like the medium that it is. You know, I mean, and it is a medium of maximum creativity, because literally in this issue, you know, we're going from, you know, this present day, which is
to feudal Japan.
Yeah, to feudal Japan, to, you know, to a Mayan temple, and more. And that's the beauty of comics, you know, where we're not constrained like a TV budget or a movie budget. So why do people write comics like they're writing a TV show? It's so boring. It's because they're trying to make a pitch. They're trying to make a pitch they're not writing the comic for the sake of a comic. They're writing a comic because they're trying to make a TV show.
Totally.
Now, Apex Comics has a question, and I think we're answering it here. Why is there always a hidden dragon? Well, here's the dragon right here. So we know we got Black Tiger is the I guess the fighting power that gets, you know, handed down. How does the dragon come into it? Is that something that is a mystery, or is that like part of the ongoing story?
So it's part of the ongoing story. So in volume 1, you saw kind of the initial manifestation, at least from our perspective, of the dragon power. So you kind of have, what you end up having is you have, you know, don't think of it so much as totems, but you have different powers. You know, so and different forces behind these different powers. And that's what we're starting to unravel, you know? So you start to see the impact of the dragon, you know, here in Japan, but you also see the impact of the dragon in the ancient Mayan temple. So you start to kind of piece together, you know, the power, kind of the sources of these powers, and then just what it is that Black Tiger has gotten herself in the middle of.
Oh man, it sounds rad. And you've written a lot. Obviously, you're in 350 pages deep. Is this going to just go on? Is this your thing now? Or like, have you got stories for days with this?
I've got stories for days. I mean, but as you know, it's like, you know, I've published a a few other properties as well, and it's all in one universe. So I have stories, and I have some underlying themes that run throughout the different stories, but I want to continue to write the stories in a way where you don't need to pick up Magna to read Black Tiger. You know, you can get like some additional Easter eggs if you do. You know, you don't need the posse, but for those that do, you'll kind of get the pleasant surprise of, oh man, there really are some things that are underlying, and there's some connectivity between some of the characters. But I'm making sure that I do it in a way where you don't feel like you're losing. You know, I don't want to be, oh well, if you didn't pick up Magna, you can't finish Black Tiger. I don't want to do that.
I love seeing these signature Rod Looper panels that I've become so familiar with now. All these techniques and styles and stuff. Here's another one. Classic. This is why, I mean, it's shots like this and that temple area, which is why I was like, oh, I got to get this guy on board. Speaking of other guys who I just can't ignore, Mr. Sumo Thori, hashtag Justice for Sumo, has just gifted 5 memberships, you bloody legend. Thank you so much.
Well, cheers, biggies.
Thank you, Sumo. And welcome Noran Rad, Lieutenant Hughes, Grey Wolf, Derail Gaming, and Colonel McHugh were all gifted memberships by Sumo. Thank you so much. Eric the Guapa's in the house. He says, let's go.
What's up?
David G points out, Bancroft loves him some Rod. How can you not? Look at this art.
Everybody loves Rod.
Absolutely crushing it, getting better and better as each year goes on.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
Yeah, man.
But
and
yeah,
as well,
he
like
continues
we
to
ended
keep
up selling
doing
a
this,
bunch of sorry to go over you. We ended up selling a bunch of Rod Looper originals on the Lucent campaign. We still have 3 left, by the way. If anyone is interested in helping Rod out,
Reps a lot.
And getting him what he deserves, what he needs here.
That's right.
That's always available. All right, here we got here are the cover options. So we got the Irene on the left there. That's the Rini. We've got the Rod Looper in the middle. And we have an Eduardo Vieira edition on the right. So there's 3 variant covers.
3 variant
on
covers.
This campaign. And that Rini one will be colored. It's in process.
It's going to be beautifully colored.
I'm sure it will.
Yeah.
I love how it's got the two different temples, you know, the Japanese and then the Amazonian.
Yeah, see?
And how interesting that there should be ziggurats in the Amazon and in, you know, the Middle East and other areas, North Africa.
Yeah, why
anyway,
not?
that's I find that interesting.
Just saying.
I'm just saying.
You know,
Eric wants to know, is there any plans for a Black Tiger omnibus in the future?
You know, Eric, that is definitely going to happen. You know, there's almost 350 pages of Black Tiger right now with the completion of Legacy of Fury and Hidden Dragon. So that is definitely something that that I'm looking into as well.
Beautiful. Dojo Kun back in number 11. Hashtag crack pack backs, baby.
Thank
Bow.
you, Brian.
And if I go back up to the top here, I'm looking at my official Snuggy Jr., the official campaign funding observer. I'm going to refresh this here. Let's see what we got. There we go. Boom, 101%. You are fully funded.
Thank you, everybody.
Nice.
We get to celebrate. Let's all celebrate the funding of Black Tiger Hidden Dragon Volume 2.
Let's celebrate. There's a party going on right
a celebration to last throughout the years. So bring your good times and your laughter too. We gon' celebrate your party with you. Come on now.
Nice.
Rod's like,
Perfect. I'm
Rod's like,
dancing.
what,
I'm
is
dancing.
what am I looking at?
Well, it was the kangaroo trio that I was like, hey,
I don't know what you're talking about.
what's going on here?
What kangaroos? I didn't see any kangaroos.
Was it just me?
People always keep bringing up
Nice.
the kangaroos.
Kangaroos in the video.
Sumo says, "What about the two different sets of cheeks on that third cover, Bancroft?" Right, let me zoom in here. Yeah, there's definitely some
Put them on glass.
extra cheek action
On the glass.
going on here on,
Yeah.
on the cover.
Sumo
Sumo says he's gonna have to come back and grab that at some point. And yeah, I agree. That's probably something you want to get. We had another comment here. Someone said, where was it? Snark says, when will Black Tiger be sipping tea and discussing her feelings? That book will be fire. Is that on
That
the
book's
cards
not
in the
happening.
future? Not going to happen?
That book is not happening.
Nah.
Sorry, Snark.
Yeah,
Action and adventure, unfortunately for you.
that's all we got.
Look, there's plenty of webtoons you can go follow where that's the order of the day. So I
Exactly.
just want to get back to where I was at here. This beautiful art here. Look at it. It's never ending. Amazing Rod
Action,
Looper art.
action.
Yes.
Oh, we've got a little completion here. So it looks like this is just need to finish off the colors and the lettering, and you're good to
right.
go. So this shouldn't be very far away at all.
No, we should have this done well before the campaign ends. We're actually further along in the coloring now than I have on that chart. So the coloring. So really think of it as it's like 3 extended issues, and the first 2 issues are completed, and the third one is in the process of being colored. So I mean, it's coming along nicely. I mean, Michael, you know how it is. I mean, production, is always.
Oh, don't I ever. Especially when you're trying to do it all yourself, which is, But it's going to be interesting with Fractured Mind, where, I will have, I've got Rod, and
Yep, the Rod.
I will get the colorist started on that ASAP.
You'll be able to turn that around, relatively quickly after paying.
Yeah, because it's only 32 pages, so I
Yeah.
don't expect it to take terribly long.
Yeah.
Once you're doing 100-page books, it's like 32 pages feels like nothing.
Right.
Eric the Guapo says Jen versus Ella. Jen wins. Sorry, Beck. Well, I don't take any offense to that, and I don't think Ella would either. Ella has a dream boyfriend anyway, so it's all good. There we've got the team there.
That's right.
In case you wanted to know who's someone was asking, is Vinicius? It's Vinicius.
Yeah,
Vinicius. Is he Brazilian?
I think he is.
What's going on over there?
A lot of greatness is what's going on over there.
I think should be the water or the beer or something like that.
It's like, no, but seriously, how come Brazil is the home of just this? It's like it's one of your biggest resources, just artistic talent.
Yeah, I don't know, man. We get crazy about comics, man. We always, I think because in the beginning when US had a lot of different kind of entertainment for us, the bigger one was comics back in the day. So we grow up like dreaming, drawing comic books. Then later on come animation, movies, and streaming. But this creates a lot of good guys just working comics. Man, some guys
crazy,
that
isn't it?
some guys that I even look in the art in US, I think he's American or French, and he's always Brazilian, and say, man,
Yeah.
what is going on? Even myself, I don't know, man.
Snark is calling the third cover on this campaign the pressed ham cover.
Oh my
At least now we have a name for it.
I know, right? What are we looking at here?
This is volume 1 for those of you that did
That's
not pick up
volume
volume 1. So as you can see, Rod on top of his game. This is kind of the precursor to the whole ziggurat scene. They're in the Amazon in Brazil, and she's fighting a master of capoeira there, having a rough go. Like I said, we love to use different forms of martial arts. So you're gonna have fun. You're gonna have a fun go in the story, and it's a good, without giving away too much of the meat of the story. I mean, she is really tasked with trying to find out who killed her father, and she's not going out with the intention of trying to be a superhero, but she is trying to basically right a wrong that was done to her family. The Black Tiger name has been dragged through the mud, and the city is in chaos. Without its Black Tiger, just like
Different kinds of martial arts, as long as they all involve doing the splits. That's
Listen,
the prerequisite. It's like you need
she's not fighting without doing the splits.
Like she
That's
is
her
a
martial
student
art.
of Jean-Claude Van Damme, that's for sure.
Oh,
Eric the Guapo says, "Hey, I own that page."
Yeah, you do, my man.
yeah, he got it.
Yeah, you do.
Got it.
It's
He picked
original Rod
up
Loop.
a lot
And
of good original art, and he picked up a lot of this fight in the Amazon. He picked
Yeah.
up, I think, a few of those pages, and those pages are money.
Oh, they totally are. They totally are. Dojo Kun sends in a bogan chat. My artist on the shifter, launching right here on. I have to switch it because that's the 13th, not the 10th of the 13th month, which is how Australians would write it. Is also a Brazilian, Zilson Costa. Make sure you're here to snag your copy.
Most
Thank you so
definitely.
much for the bogan chat.
Most
Dojo.
definitely. Brazilians taking over.
Yeah, I know, right? And I'm all for it. Bring it on. With that Jean-Claude Van Damme power.
That's right.
Every day. Yeah, so this, if you want to get the sort of catch up, you want to go back and make sure you've read the whole series thus far. This is what you're going to be getting into. This is the quality. We have had John on a bunch of times now to show off Black Tiger. I'm always impressed by what he's been putting out. Look at these crazy fight scenes.
Yeah.
Different people.
Yeah. And right there, they're fighting the Organizatio, so some bionic Russians. So it's the 5 Fingers of Death.
Bionic Russians.
Yeah.
I hate it when they get bionic.
Right? I knew it couldn't just be me.
I know. Yeah. I remember this page. Oh my god. Who got this page? Now that is a killer.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Do you know who got that page, Rod?
Man, I
Some
sold a lot of
lucky fella.
originals, bro. I sold a lot of originals. I think
That is epic.
I don't
remember
know,
that so
man.
well.
But people got crazy with that page, and man, this is the
I
kind
love
of
how you.
the
Sorry,
kind
go on,
of
Rod.
the kind of craziness that I put the seed on John mind and his. Wait a minute, I will write down a sequence that you'll be crazy to draw, and then, bam, a dragon in a mall.
Eric reckons it might have been Rick Saylor who got that.
Ah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think
Either way,
Eric
whoever
was-
it is, lucky fella. I love, Rod, how you never just want to keep the camera in one place. It's always
Yeah.
like up, down, round.
Well, the thing,
Yeah,
Michael, you got to
I
understand
like-
about
keeps
this
it so
page.
interesting.
When I actually scripted this, I think I scripted it as 5 panels because I wanted to show
Rod's
all
like,
this
nah, bro,
mayhem.
I got you.
And
Yeah.
Rod did it all in one gigantic, crazy panel. I was just like, okay, you are the man.
Yeah, sometimes I'll say to Rod, panels 3 to 6 or something. And
Yeah.
it's like, whatever you want to do, if you can get it down to 1, do it. If you need to use 3 panels, do it. I love it when you do, the multiple people in the one panel, so you're showing their movements. I love that. I've always loved that, and you do it really well. So,
thanks.
yeah,
I
this is
always
great.
think like a cinema. When I'm drawing, I always like to play around with the camera, and I like to change the angle of the camera. I don't like to stay stiff with the camera.
Yeah, static.
So I put static. So I put it down, up, back. I always imagining like when I'm making layouts that I'm behind the camera, like and I'm trying to have fun a lot. And I think people are starting to connect that when they read the comic books.
Yeah.
I'm reading new comic books and I see that some new guys, they always stay like horizontal camera. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's always they call it American plan. American shot.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, it's kind of boring because comic books you can expand and you don't need to. It's not physical, so you can distort the reality to let the camera better and bigger.
Yeah.
So I'm always trying to, and I like to work with the layout, work with the design of the page also. Like in this page, I make like a circle
I love that.
composition. So you see
Yeah.
the jump, and then your eye got down, and you see the middle figure, and then circle, 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 circle.
And if you get the book, so this is Legacy of Fury. It's actually, the son when he was younger, his dad introducing the power to him. Then the son when he's older, now having the power in the same place, trying to do the things that his dad showed him.
Yeah.
So there he is in the nighttime trying to do the things that his dad did. Some of the things he can achieve, some of them we can't. And just Rod's ability to really, kind of, help really portray. And that's what I love about his art. I mean, his art tells so much of the story. That honestly, like when I end up editing a lot of the scripting out because the art is telling so much of the story.
I've done the same thing. I've done pages where I think, oh, I might put text in here, but I might not because it might just be there within the art. And we'll see. So it's kind of like half the Marvel method, half not. Where I'm like, all right, we'll see once it's all drawn up. If we need text, I'll put it in there. I'll find something to put in there.
That's
if we
right.
don't, fine. it's great. I actually prefer it like that. Though, you don't want these big, massive friggin' novels on the screen there. Eric the Guapo. Now, word of mouth is what sells these indie books. So if you're on the fence here, listen to this. This story is fun. The underlying message is evergreen, and boobies are everywhere. This series is still my favorite. I wish it came out monthly. There you go.
Man, I appreciate that,
Eric.
I wish I could draw faster.
Eric does not just say anything is good. He's a man of strong opinions. So
and I really appreciate that, Eric.
And there's the gal herself,
Here she is.
Hey, Rainy.
with the cover.
Hey, Rainy.
They will be streaming in about 5 minutes time or so over on Phil Diaz's channel for the Creative Block. I will raid after this stream, but yeah, Rainy, people really dig the cover.
Oh man, she did a masterful
Everyone's
job
waiting
on
to
that
see it
cover.
colored.
Oh man.
She says everybody back this book. Snark backed her cover. Surprise, surprise.
Nice. You will be happy that you did.
Yeah. Oh man, it's great stuff.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So the
Let me
same.
just.
Oh, go ahead, brother.
I was just going to quickly run through what's on offer on the campaign. So there's the covers, obviously. There's the Rini cover, the different covers we got here. There's a web reader. You can get a digital version.
Yep.
There we go. So Legacy of Fury. So these are the previous books here. You can get the Rod Looper edition. You can get what we're affectionately calling the, what do we call it? Glazed ham, pressed ham. I like glazed ham because glazing is window. The glazed ham.
I think it was pressed, but glazed works too.
Pressed ham, glazed ham.
But glazed, pressed and glazed.
People like it too. We got 2 claimed already. There's the Volume 1 Rod Looper there. There's the Greg Horn covers as well for Legacy of Fury. Here we go. We've got original art for sale. You can get the cover there.
There's a lot of original art. So there's pencils and inks.
Original.
Oh yeah.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah. Some pencil. Back in the day when I just drew pencils before I start to learn how to make inks, I always draw in pencil and then the colors dark the tones a little bit to transform in inks.
If you're thinking of getting an original Rod Looper, may I suggest the iconic Looper splits as a choice. It's always it's a Rod Looper page when a lady on it has got her legs in north-south position.
That's
right.
it. It's me.
That's
Pure me.
yeah, that's his signature
It's a signature.
move.
For sure.
Every artist needs one. Look, there's so much original art on here.
There's a ton
so
of
if you wanna
art.
You can
help
choose.
him out and support his amazing talent. Make
That's
sure
right.
you grab some.
That's right. Pencils, and then these are the inks.
Pencils
So
and
help
inks.
out my man Rod.
Oh, that beautiful page with they're going into yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah. You've got to have, a Roko Ishii, who is basically a goblin warlock.
That
Japanese
one,
goblin warlock. You need to have that.
I like this one of the Goblin Warlock.
Yeah.
It's very iconic page.
Yeah, like you said, you had to teach yourself how to do inks, man. And your inks are really not only are they great, obviously, but you have a distinct style. You use a lot of different techniques. It's not just black and white. It's there's a lot of kind of like brush effects in there as well and splatters and stuff.
Yeah, this one you get because I wish I could do all by hand, but it'll take a long time, and we can't find here in Brazil anymore the zip tone. I think like the old mangas. So I do all the ink in the paper, brush, nibs, pens. I use everything, but I like to give some extra shadow, so I do this digitally. So it's cool when the art collector gets original, because he sees the middle of the process. He don't see the beginning and even the end.
Yeah, you get something special that no one else really gets to see.
No one else. Even I start to use a technique. I don't let my ink too black. I mix with other.
Yes.
So you get like a greenish black. So I dark that digitally on Photoshop. So when you get original, is a really original art. You know what I mean?
Wow. When you said there's a lot of pages, available on this. So
yeah, there's
anyone
a lot
wants
of...
to grab them, get in there and jump on it. All right. B-Rose in the house. Congratulations, B-Rose just got his book Cerebrum printed. He's got it in hand. And fulfillment will be starting shortly, which is very exciting to know.
That time, B-Rose. Nice.
We've got a little review here of Fiendish 2 from Eric the Guapo. Says, Fiendish 2 is good. The pacing, dialogue, panel traditions are smooth. It was such an easy and entertaining read. There you go. I tell you, word of mouth is what sells books. Excellent.
That is true.
All right, just continue scrolling here. We have a few more minutes left in the stream. Just showing off a few more pages here.
Appreciate that.
From the
and this
team.
is from Legacy of Fury. This is another one of the Greg Horn, images that you would get if you pick up Legacy of Fury. And this is just a throw in for folks, because so that's the full Beyond Time chronology. So for those of you that have backed, the different books, Magna, the Posse, and the different Black Tiger books, that actually provides you with a chronology that you want to read the books in.
Oh, nice. 550 pages of epic tales. I presume a lot of that stuff is available as add-ons.
So right now, I have a link to the Magna and the Posse. So people can go to the Magna and the Posse campaign that is in demand if they want to pick up those. And then everything Black Tiger, they can get everything Black Tiger here.
Excellent. And there's also your website as well, just for people to make sure they stay in touch, keep everything in one place. You got Beyond Time Comics. Is that what it is?
That's right. So the website is beyondtimecomics.com. And then, of course, because I can't be consistent, you find me at Beyond Time Inc. on Twitter and Insta and YouTube.
Yeah. That's how it is. That's how it is with social media.
Yeah.
A little bit of a refresh here. We'll see if we picked up any more. We did up to 13.
Awesome.
550 raised thus far. Congratulations on getting funded. Starting this thing off with a bang. Now you guys just got to get out there and get in front of the people.
That's right. Keep sharing. Sharing is caring. We'll be sharing.
That's what my mother told me. Snark wants to know if we can get a 10-cent royalty on the pressed ham cover name. I don't want to speak for John, but I'm going to say probably not. Just putting it out there.
Yeah.
Just putting it out there. So, all right, we are going to close out the stream. I want to thank John. I want to thank Rod for coming on here and launching on this channel. It is always a massive pleasure and a privilege, especially when the book looks like this and comes with such high praise. You guys are really doing amazing things out there. I mean, 350 pages is
a lot of
that is something, and that's just Black. That's just the Black Tiger books. You've also got all these other books you showed. It's over 550, which is incredible. There are very, very few indie creators out there who are going the distance quite like that. So I tip my hat to you.
Appreciate it, brother. Thank you so much for letting us love here, man. You always make yourself available, man. I really appreciate it.
Such a nice heart.
No, it really is my pleasure. I won't be streaming tomorrow, everyone, because I'm actually going to a party with Rob Arnold, if you can believe it. So I'll be heading out there right when I normally stream. So I won't see you guys tomorrow, but I will be back the following day for the art share, and we'll show off some more cool art. I know you guys all enjoy that. Congratulations, guys! You guys rock. I'm going to send you all over to the creative block, which is over on the Diaz Brothers. I hope you enjoy it then. Make sure you back Black Tiger, Hidden Dragon, Volume 2, and I will see you guys all later. Bye.
See you.
Individually, we are weak, like a single twig, but as a bundle, we form a mighty
Thank you.